Hello guys, welcome to SteveKnows. Today we have many new VR games to talk about, cheaper VR haptics, incredible free VR games, VR modifications, meta bugs in the version 71 update, new meta features, and so much more. And because there is so much to go over, I think that is enough chin wagging. Let's get started. Today's video is sponsored, but it's for a VR game called Anomaly, a new extraction shooter coming from the studio that made one of my favourite VR games, Swarm, and the beta signups are now open right now, so I'll link that down below in the description if you were interested in taking on this PvP VE title. And that means that in it you take on the environment as well as other players, where you will try and squad up with some friends to hunt down the artifact as you dive deeper and deeper into the map's layers for higher rewards, just before having to extract from the map unscathed, because if you die, you lose everything. High risk, high reward, great fun, and be part of its development process and sign up to the beta link down below. So a little surprise change in direction now for a new boxing game called Boxing Underdog, which was initially being designed to be a bare-knuckle boxing title, rather brutal, before changing directions, Monologic going for something rather different after their initial release was actually Ven the platformer. So going from a platformer like that to bare-knuckle boxing, interesting. So it looks to be a box-off between Thrill of the Fight 2, which is also releasing this month, and Underdog. Underdog has some stunning environments, it looks so detailed, as well as the AI adaptive opponents that look fantastic in the footage that they have released for a Quest game. And we also saw footage a while back where they were using motion capture on real fighters to create some of the most authentic opponents. This actually has me kind of pumped. I miss playing games like Fight Night on my Xbox, so if you're interested in bare knuckle, it should be dropping this month for Quest, and then early next year for PlayStation and Steam. As VR lovers, we are always chasing something to give us deeper immersion, and a way to do that has always been that perks people's ears up is when I talk about using haptics in VR. So Bhaptics have now announced a cheaper line of haptic accessories that are more accessible because of the cheaper price, such as their new vest and their armbands. So they've got a Tracksuit Pro and a Tracksuit Air now, which are cheaper than the previous models. So the Tracksuit Pro will have 32 points of haptic feedback, and the Air will offer you 16 points. So it's a little less than the previous Tactossi. I think it had around 40 in it, but I always found that to be more than you actually needed. You didn't need 40 points, and I think, well, I guess they agree. But my favourite changes for the Pro model is it has a rotating knob on your chest where you can twist it to adjust the intensity of the haptics on the fly, and it even lights up because gamer RGB is almost a prerequisite at this point. But that's only for the Pro version, and the Pro version is going to cost you $500 now. That's around $30 less than the previous model, but you do get an extra 1.5 hours of battery life as well. The Air, the cheaper model, which is giving you 16 points of feedback, is $250, which is around $80 cheaper than the current one. It is the holiday season, all the goodies are coming out, and you have to resist, treat yourself to something rather exciting for VR. This is a beastly end of year, isn't it, for 2024 VR. Now, Quest also has a new feature that enables YouTube co-watching through the YouTube application, and this means you and up to 7 other friends can watch the same content simultaneously together in the Home Hub, the Quest's home environment. So you can invite a bunch of folk over and watch some YouTube content, like this video perhaps. But 7 friends, I'm not exactly sure I'll be able to hit that limit. That's so many, at least as an adult it is. A stipulation from Meta is, though, that you have to be mutual friends in order for this to work. You can't just follow someone, then be able to invite them into your home. That actually sounds like you're being a stalker. And it's only currently 2D applications and paid content. So it's not going to support the 360 videos, the 180 videos, although if you look at the blog, right at the very top, it says, catch 360-degree videos. And then right below, it's like, no, 2D only. Sorry, I guess it's a stretch goal. They're talking about the target state of this application, and they're not there yet, so it will come in future. Also, I'd like to mention a bug that was in the version 71 release of the Meta Quest to make sure that you guys are not going crazy if you had experienced it like I had. So some of my video captures, they had been captured in a way where the game's audio was very, very silent, but my group chat audio, if I was playing online, was really high. At first it sounded like no game audio was captured but my voice chat, but it was just very, very quiet. I did contact Meta, and it turns out they had an experimental option going on in the background that they turned off, and in turning this off it actually fixed the issue. So if you had this problem, it should be solved now and you are not alone. Please let me know if you experienced this or if it was just me. Well, I know it wasn't just me, but did any of you? And a doozy now, if you like VR experiences, which I'm sure you do, that's why you're here, and you want to play one of the best games available in VR, Half-Life 2, which has a virtual reality mod for free, is available right now, meaning you can play the game in stereoscopic 3D for free. So Half-Life 2 is free on Steam right this second until 6 PM UK time on the 18th. That's tomorrow, which is around 1 PM Eastern, 9 AM Pacific. So go download the game right now. I'll leave the links down below in the description to the title and the VR mod so you can enjoy this genuinely fantastic full-length campaign that looks stunning actually in VR. If you've played Half-Life Alyx, where you actually embody Alyx, in this game she will actually be a participant in your story, which was kind of cool to get a new perspective. You know, someone you once were, you're now seeing them like an out-of-body experience because I played the Half-Life games in the wrong order. Quickfire news time now, some good headlines and some good to knows. The first of which is Preydog legend has just released a specific modification for the likes of Silent Hill 2 the remake. So this can be now played in VR with full motion controls, meaning you can use both hands for interacting with the world, even swing your arms for the melee combat. So if you have the cojones to enter the Silent Hill town, be my guest and I'll link this mod down below. Starship Troopers has just released a VR game of a cult classic sci-fi movie from 25 years ago. Some of you may not have even been born then. So this game is available right now, and in it you'll play a commander who has psychic abilities to control other squad members, but you'll also be taking on alien life forms with good old classic firepower. This game seems to be designed for co-op, so maybe check it out if you've got a friend to play with, because it would be an absolute crime to save the world alone. Next, the Batman developers have said they would love to make a sequel. After its hype and system selling success, and it's still ongoing, we're only in November, hopefully this actually comes true, but I likely suspect a Batman sequel for the Quest 4 release perhaps? Maybe that's a couple years away? I'd be down. Next, something crazy is the release of Behemoth. This actually won't be coming out on Steam at launch. It will be a Rift PCVR purchase or a Quest platform purchase only. A timed exclusive for one of the most anticipated games of the year is a big deal, a kind of a smart way to get some dollar bills in from the PCVR community into Meta's pocket instead of Valve's. Something I'm interested though hearing this is, does it mean cross-buy support for the Quest? So that's it from me today, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. There's plenty here to get excited for. There's tons to play, and I'm sure you'll be occupied now with Half-Life, because you can even play Half-Life, even if you haven't got VR. Download it, play it on the flat screen. It's not an intensive resource muncher. Enjoy that game. Also, sign up for Anomalies, the open beta. The link is down below. But more importantly, have a great week. Happy gaming. Good day.